What's up, cousins? It's me. Don't call me white girl, your favorite cousin, and I have amazing news. This is my real hair, and the podcast is on sale. Ho! That's right. It's still $6.99 monthly, but instead of the normal $1,286, it is now $14,999 annually. That's right, baby. Save yourself a couple bucks and subscribe to my podcast. Get unlimited BTS, special access to episodes that only the subscribing cousins can see, unlimited access to our exclusive cult chat, Discord chat. Subscribe to the podcast today, baby. $49.99 for the year. If you want to go to cheap route, still $69.99. Excuse me. If you want to go to cheap route, it's still $6.99 monthly, but only now, right now, can you get it for $10,999 annually. Get off of this commercial and subscribe right now. Right now. Hello. Welcome back to the best podcast this side of the school kill. Don't Call Me White Girl podcast. Woo! I promise I was so gung ho 30 minutes ago. Y'all would have really liked my energy levels like 10 minutes ago, but I'm just getting a little tired. I want to start out with I came on here last week. I was very upset about young Scooter. What else they call him? Count Up. They call him Count Up or something like that.
Not Count Up. That's just his.
That's his thing.
That's his saying. Yeah.
But I said that I was on my Instagram putting the police. I know that I thought that he was murdered on his birthday by police. He wasn't. First reports that came out, that's what they said. In all actuality, he is at his home, I believe, or some residence that he frequents. The police come there. He runs. When he runs, he jumps the fence. The fence, he rips his thigh open, and he bleeds out on the way to the hospital. That's what I'm hearing. But what the crazy thing was that the reason why the police came was because of a girl that he had dealt with prior, because she called and in essence like made up a call. She said it was a naked girl that was being abused. It was a fight. Somebody was shooting. They doing illegal. She said everything she could say. And at insult to injury, this small head dummy got on her TikTok and told the story again. Like straight face. I don't know what the exactly is wrong with y'all, or maybe y'all don't know like laws and shit, because as a black person, you gotta know that we can't do shit that other people do. You know what I mean? Like, I saw a video that went viral in Philadelphia. This black lady owned a Cybertruck. She was somewhere on like St. Patty's Day. You know the white people be drunk. They be fucked up. They was all around her Cybertruck, told them, get the fuck away. White boy punched her in the face. She followed them. Her son was trying to rumble them. She recorded them. She called the police. Then white people ain't go to jail. White people could do something that we can't do. Let your black during Black History Month punch some old white in the face randomly, drunk, and see how it play out for you. I thought that all black people know that about our experience here in this country. We can't do certain shit. You know what I mean?
Well, I did see the video of the girl when she ran down on the trucker and was swinging on him and his mirror up and got her car and spun off. I don't think she got arrested.
Who?
It was like a black woman, and it was like a white trucker like behind her. She got out her car and just started wilding on the punching the mirrors.
First of all, that was in the UK, Phelps. Wake up. That's number one. That's from the UK. I'm talking about something that happened on like South Street or like Chestnut Street, like Philadelphia. Yeah. And when I caught it, the girl was trying to make it go viral because it was fucked up. They punched her in her mouth. Yeah. And it's like, I got out of her that her son was probably a teen, but kind of like grown up, because you could tell she didn't want him to fight. But I ain't gonna lie. Smush 19 and this white man punched me in the face, I might turn and switch and say, fuck his ass up. I don't know. The I got sons for.
Yeah, like, it's like if somebody
fuck his ass up.
If somebody
But that's the thing. We black. So if he pops roll up and popped it, she thinking like a Negro. You gotta think like that. If you want to survive here as a black person, you have to think like that. I mean, you do. Unless you don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Me, Smush, fuck him up. Anyway, she got punched in her, like her eye or her mouth. She really got fucked up. But what the fuck did I say that for? No, that girl got on TikTok and told the story as if people was going to like agree with her. It was the weirdest thing, because everybody was like, no, First of all, he's a really loved guy. It was his birthday. He got all daughters. He has god kids. He's active in everybody's life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He doesn't really have a lot of like nasty things on his name. Or I've never heard really nothing bad about the other than like people look at him like a legend. I look at him like a legendary kind of guy. But when that girl got on TikTok, you know what it reminded me of? A couple weeks ago, a little girl was in DC and she braided this girl hair, did this girl weave. The little girl called her dad and said, my hair is done. The dad sent the cash up to the wrong person. The hairstylist straight thought she was scamming, grabbed this by her hair and dragged her little
I saw that.
But the girl was under 18.
Yeah.
That went on TikTok and told her, why are you explaining how you assaulted a kid? This is 15. Why are you telling them you dragged her like it's a right or wrong thing or you care? When you do shit like that, do you really care what anybody think? I guarantee if I drag anybody in this room by their hoodies or hair, I don't give a fuck how y'all take it at home.
Yeah.
Something happened where needed a dragon. You little bitch, your dad sent that money where? Maybe I would've, but I wouldn't have got on TikTok. That's crazy, John. They said in the comments that they don't like when I talk to y'all back here. My cousin here, my blood cousin is here. I should make her come over here and sing something. My blood cousin here, and I can't even talk to my blood cousin because she don't have a mic on because these is control freaks. You don't need to know what she's saying back. You don't know Anaya or John. Let's move on, guys. But yeah, R.I.P. Young Scooter. So sad. So terrible. The girl was in jail. She bailed out. That's good for her. I don't know. She facing a whole lot of time, though. Like, it's crazy. They not playing with that, but I don't know. It's up. She caused his death. I mean, she absolutely caused his death. Like, God damn, what was the point?
She got the swatted.
I'm telling
That's
you.
the white people.
These like I just don't, I don't know why. Like, if you get that to that point with a man that you're that angry, like, stop talking to him, bro. You feel me? Like, I've been angry enough where I was like, all right, I'm going to hit him with a bat. You feel me? Or I'm going to fuck this car up. But never to the point, like, I want him in jail. I want him dead. It's like, y'all just be salty as shit. It's embarrassing. Like, it's not that deep, babe. And she was attractive, too. She's like a good-looking girl. Clearly a ditzy, but she like a good-looking girl. I gotta let the cat out the bag. I have college level topics today. And I didn't make it past semester 1 in college. Twice. I got some shit over here. It's just so much. Like, I don't even know where to begin. The Pop the Ballon, you know, Netflix signed them. Did you know that or did you find out when you read it?
Nah, they previewed it on Netflix.
Oh, they did?
Like, not Netflix will tell you what's coming out. And I seen Pop the Balloon. I was like, oh.
It just said it, but there's no host. Because who's going to host it? All them ghetto-ass Pop the Balloons, Netflix picked it up. That's so amazing and black.
I was scared. So this is the thing. I was scared that when I seen it, that white people had stole it, but I seen that it's the original people with it.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, and I think I think the original people got it.
Because it got to be entertaining. Me, I don't get nothing out of that. Yeah. Like, I can't watch more than a clip of it. It's like, it's so stupid. I did want to do it, though. I didn't necessarily want to do Pop the Balloon, but I wanted to do where it's like a couple come and I like interview them to date them or whatever, because I'm single and I need some meat. And because it's fun, you know what I mean, and it's content. But the Pop the Balloon thing is, I just don't. And I know me, I would get around, get to poke somebody with it. You know what I mean? It's a nail. It's sharp. I get upset fast. You know what I mean? I don't do that. Motherfucker, look at you, your big ass head now. I done poked him in his arms.
If it's 10 that you came out with the black lit, how many of them you think popping a balloon?
Oh my God, I would be mortified. That's crazy. But no, the one I wanted to do when it's like you a celebrity, everybody want to fuck you.
I know, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I don't want to do the real one.
Nah.
Fuck that. That's what I want, the 20 verse 1. Not doing that Pop the Balloon. I wish them would. And you
that shit hurt
here,
your
bitch.
self-esteem.
Fuck you. You done caught the bus here from your second job.
Word.
I don't give a fuck what you think about my tobacco habit. Blow this shit in your face. Kiss you in the mouth. Anyway, Zack's here as well. He did a really bad job today. Say hi, Zack.
Damn.
He didn't do a really bad job. He just did an almost bad job. The lady, I want y'all been asking me over and over to have this lady on the podcast. I never knew her name was Onijah Robinson. What is Nikki name? Onika? Oh, I wonder what that is. Like the similarity. But it's probably Caribbean or something. Cause is it? Yeah. It's probably Caribbean. Cause you know them New Yorkers, they always want it. You know what I mean? Even the Puerto Rican wine in the Bronx. You know what I mean? But no, y'all keep, first of all, I'm not gonna say I hate this girl, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of her. First of all, I was very open. I don't know if I talked about that on the podcast. I don't care. I'll repeat it. But I talked about it on my social medias about like this new bully culture. In my opinion, for some reason, like everything is kind of turned upside down, and now it's very entertaining for people that have their sense to watch people that are kind of slow or like have like a mental thing. You know what I mean? I think about A-Town from Philly. I think about Weldon from Vegas, LA. Godding. I think about a lot of the people Drewski has on his lives, Drewski had the one boy, he really thought he got signed.
Shout out my 50 Tyson.
I used to go live with one of them all the time. He really was like that. I mean, unless it was an act, that's how he talked. Not 50 Tyson, the other one, he used to wear all the chains. The first rapper
back in the day.
You talking about 50 Tyson from back in the day.
You talking about the nigga that got the free, you're not talking about the free Dirk bull. You're not talking about him.
I'm talking about that. He was one of the first people to go viral with Drewski.
I did see a video of somebody when it was like, it's fake, da da da, and everybody was like, duh.
Yeah.
That was him,
he
right?
didn't know, probably, yeah. But it's so many of these people from app to app to app. Like, you could just name them. You could take it as far as Krishan, the Zeus. Them, could we please stop playing? Them babies got SSI. Some of them kept getting it. Some of them still get it today. They slow. Them girls is dumb. They not dumb. They, you know what I mean? You know, by the angels. Really. And it's wrong. Because now it's like a, and you know why I say Krishan? Because they push Krishan up. Krishan would drink and act worse. They would big her up. Krishan would make her sing. I never forget. Krishan did No Jumper. I did that platform a couple times. She did No Jumper. She tore up their studio. I was like mortified. I could not believe it. The next day, she was like double viral. Like, if people chase that shit. I'm just saying, you know how it is to enjoy somebody for being slow, right? And then watching them get pumped up with alcohol and drugs and enjoy that too. And then not with them because you're under the assumption that their child with special needs, right? And you feel like it's her fault. Because you know what they think about Krishan. Do you know the rumors about Krishan? Do you? They think that she drunk and smoked during her pregnancy. They have videos with time dated and stamped and all that. They think she caused whatever is wrong with that baby. And the thing about the baby is the baby has been, what's the word I'm looking for? Diagnosed online. That's what happened with TikTok. She would go live with her baby. Her baby had a high-pitched cry like a cat. It is a child, syndrome that it come with that cat voice. It's something they discovered in France. It comes from France or something. When you look at the diagrams of them kids, that's how her child looks. So people just are convinced. For all we know, that look like his mom. You know what I'm saying? That's what the he does not look like. Let me tell you something. I grew up in the 90s, and I could count some of y'all in my class when your moms drunk 40s and smoked with y'all. Yeah. That alcohol fetal syndrome, prevalent. 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. Y'all eyes spread apart like sharks. Some of you. I hung with a girl named New York. Her eyes, I used to have to go to the side of that to talk to her. Her eyes on the side of her head. Alcohol fetal syndrome. Look it up. I want to be gentle with these topics.
Please.
And I'm probably not being. I don't want to hear nothing from you in the comments. Yeah. If you have it, I have ADD. We are even. My mom used to eat her nail polish and swallow it. Right, Anaya? Either way, I think that it's bully culture. I think it's fucked up. I don't think it's funny. I just was telling Zack 5 seconds ago, I really feel lucky to be born in the 90s. I feel like we just grew up in a lit time. We went outside a lot. What?
My bad.
What?
I said you felt lucky to be born in the 90s.
Not born, growing up. My bad. Thank you. Growing up in the 90s. Okay, what if I wanted to play that game, though? Please, Phelps, what's up with you? But no, I feel lucky that I grew up in the 90s. Hey cousins, this episode has been sponsored by BetterHelp. Tax season is coming to an end and those refunds are hitting your accounts. Now you can spend it on some clothes or those new shoes you already had your eyes on, but I have a better idea for you. We prioritize our physical health by going to the doctor, getting checkups and gym memberships, but what about your state of mind? Your mental and your emotional well-being directly impacts every aspect of your life, and we should be investing in that too. Traditional in-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which can eat up that tax return fast. But with BetterHelp, you can save on average up to 50% per session. Therapy should feel affordable and accessible, not like a luxury. I can tell you firsthand, I'm a big advocate of seeking therapy. There was a time when, well, let's just say, I felt like I was carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. I struggled with newfound fame and popularity, and at some point it felt like I was stuck. Then I started therapy. Now, it wasn't a magic fix, but it was a start. I learned to communicate better, and not just with others, but with myself. Therapy helped me build the support system I needed to thrive. If you're ready to make a change in your life, give BetterHelp a try. Get quality care at a price that makes sense and can help you with anything from anxiety to everyday stress. Remember, BetterHelp is fully online and gives you access to a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. And best of all, you can easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. Trust me, your well-being is worth it. Visit BetterHelp.com/DCMWG today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/DCMWG, and start your healing journey today. Blockbuster, being outside all day, having a good time, jumping people, fighting. I got jumped for the first time in third grade. I jumped my first in about third grade.
I fake.
We was jumping.
I fake. I jumped in third grade.
You know, I was in R&B, Roughneck, and I was in the BBB, Big Booty Big, and I was part of the leadership of both gangs. I created that shit. Yeah. And we were like multicultural because it was an Asian bitch in the gang. Because I lived in Albany, so it was like a lot of Puerto Ricans, a lot of Asians. It was Asian girl in the gang. Shout out to you, Song Lee. It was Annalise Navarro. I'm not lying. Annalise Navarro, if you out there, I love you. That was my dog. I don't remember a lot of the rest of y'all, but we had a lot of different races and shit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Growing up in the 90s, like that wasn't a thing. Like if you like bullied the special needs kids, people would bully you. Like it just in the black culture, that wasn't something people really did.
Yeah,
like,
we left them alone.
Yeah, it was always somebody riding for you, or my cousin was slow. His tongue stuck out of his mouth. He would be outside by himself on the L, walking up and down Kensington and Frankfurt Avenue. We couldn't even speak to him because he was so independent. I wish somebody would have did. He had 10 siblings. Like I wish would have touched.
What you saying? It remind me of. You ever see the video? He got the special needs cousin, and every time he see him, he get real hype.
Yeah,
that's how we treated.
I feel like I mean maybe, and you know what? Please don't. I'm sure it existed. I'm just saying the culture of now. You can put it on. You can put it on content, and people like it. It wasn't like that.
Nah.
A lot of stuff changed. You know what else it makes me think about? Even though it's not really related, like that prank culture. Billions of people watch them pranks that are obviously fake. It's not even a thrill. You know what's going to happen. You know what they're going to say. Like, I mean, even with the Twitches, these running around with trash cans of water. It's 10 million comments on it. Oh, motherfucker, he was drowning. We still doing that? That's great. But I don't know, is it like escapism for people or whatever? But it's just that we evolved to that is just surprising to me. Like, I grew up, I watched the first reality television that ever came out, Real World, in 92 with Kevin Powell and the cowboy that said the N-word and the white race. What? That was my shit. Second season with Tammy. You know Tammy is now, she calls herself my aunt. Isn't it funny how the world turns? Tammy was on season 2. She had a abortion. It was a big deal. She worked at an AIDS clinic. I was 8 watching that shit. You know what I mean? I came up watching that. Sidebar, Theo Vaughn is 50. I watched that nigga on Road Rules. I did the math. He's either a vampire or that 50. And guess what else? I heard he's a racist. I think he is so funny. I love his shit. I heard he's a racist cock. Yeah, he's 50. Why wouldn't he be racist? 50-year-old white man with a mullet. What are we talking about? He looks it. For sure. And every chance he get, he says in different ways. I don't think I've seen the Cat Williams yet. I really like him though. You know who else all the black people don't like anymore? And I've loved him from day one. Andrew Schultz. Yikes. I always liked him. Yeah. I like ballsy stuff though, and I like dry humor. So if white boy can go race, I'm on that. When I grew up, every comedian did white versus black. Every black comedian, white people fuck like this. White people walk like this. That was every joke.
Theo Von make me laugh. Andrew,
Oh my God,
it be
I love
sometime,
Theo
but I ain't gonna lie, Theo Von, he be making me laugh, so I just be like,
I don't know. I haven't got enough proof yet about Theo Von. I'm sure y'all about to send it to me. Yeah. But when I heard his age, it sent chills down my spine. I already knew that his father was like 70. Like he had a really older father. I knew he beat a cocaine addiction. Like I knew certain stuff about him. He went to college or whatever. But it hit me. That's that from Road Rules. Like, if I figure out what season it is, I'm going to probably really lock it back in. Because I watched all of that when that first came out. Because remember, it was Real World, Real World, Real World. And then they did Road Rules where they would do, like, activities. Nobody watch MTV in here? You only watch a tip drill?
you sure you're not confusing him with the Miz?
No, I'm talking about Theo Von. 46 is what I heard, honestly.
She said 45.
45, 46 is the same thing.
But was he on the Road Rules?
Yeah, he was on Road Rules.
That's what she got.
I'm telling
I'm
y'all,
saying that'll
bro,
help you.
I recognize that that's him. It hit me. TikTok, listen, for the black people or for the people that listen to this podcast that are not on TikTok, bro, what season was it? 2000. You are the best thing this podcast has. God damn, I'm not ready to get through this. I know y'all see the difference. Y'all look happier.
See?
I know she had snacks and lip gloss and these nails. I didn't even have these. These are her earrings.
You done set the bar too high for yourself.
Oh my God. We gonna be kissing by third episode. Love you. It don't take me long, baby. We go together. Ain't it tell these we go together. All right, where was I at? Theo Von. I'm moving past that. I want to wait a minute. No,
you know, you was talking about Onijah, and I don't know. We got way out the way.
Oh yeah, see how that go. Oh yes, thank you for circling back. Onijah, it goes right along with that. She's. I want to be appropriate. She's. Can I say that?
No.
Let me tell you something. The Trump is the president. Elon is the vice president. I could say, are y'all dumb? The F word is about to come back. Gays, get ready. It's coming. Okay?
But I don't know if Twitter and YouTube on the same accord. Twitter, you could go crazy. This still YouTube, remember?
Okay. Blink it
Twitter,
out.
you could wild out.
Listen. Onijah, that's her name, right? Onijah goes viral from Pakistan because she asking for $20,000 and land and all this shit. The first time clips I see to her mouth was, okay? What I know about that mouth movement, it's only a couple drugs that can do that to you. Uppers, cocaine. Some people get like that off of Adderall. Some people get like that off of psych meds. You in Pakistan, her black ass can't go find no cocaine in Pakistan. That's just my personal opinion. You feel me? I straight thought she's on psych medicine. Her son already came out and said, my mother is not on her medication. We don't even know where she is because remember, she disappeared. She was in Dubai's missing for a little bit. People say she went to jail. She hasn't admitted that or whatever. But she popped back up into the country. TMZ is there. She's doing interviews. Like, what the Why? This lady is on her fucking cricket talking to a man from Pakistan that is 19. She using Facetunes, any scarf at the house to make it like a Kimar, talks this into let's get married. Go over there. The parents say, over our dead body. The news begin to laugh at because every time they pull a camera out, she acts the fuck out. They're laughing so hard it goes viral. And now she come back here and she about to do a 20v1. What the fuck are we talking about? She needs help. Like, I just don't get why that's the thing now. And then it's like, I'm the bitch because I refer to her as I don't think it's funny. I'm not liking and pressing and saying bring her on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's fucked up. Like you want to put somebody that's already, at a disadvantage in some ways in a funny situation with a light and a camera. This could be a lot for people. Mm-hmm. I just seen a clip of working at McDonald's that slapped this up in the face 30 times. Did y'all see that? Remind me of my baby father. That's how I imagine he wakes up in the morning to get himself going. Everybody at home that's seen the clip, I know you know what I'm talking about. But that makes me think of him. He had a mental breakdown at his fast food job in front of his manager. His manager was like, "Get the off the floor." He lost it. And those fast food jobs are very high stressful. I just cussed everybody the out at Longhorn. And if you're listening or you watching and you was at that Longhorn, you, especially you, Antonio, you stupid you. Because let me tell you something, Antonio, okay? The customer is always right. Why I got his name? Because I wrote corporate 3 times. You know I mean business. When I start out with, I have 100,000 followers on Twitter. Let me start off there. When you go through things and you have those sales associate kind of jobs and the customer's always right, even if you don't really give it to them, you always give that to them. Oh, okay. I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry you experienced that. You know what that Antonio kept saying? What? With his spicy ass, I don't know if he was spicy, he's in a bad mood, or is he just spicy in general? He kept saying, "No way, I do to go. It's no way it was done. It's been done sitting here." I said, "How the you want to tell me?" Mind you, they don't do DoorDash, they don't do Grubhub, don't do nothing. So me, because I'm dumb, I order it, then I order a regular Uber driver, and I start texting. "I'm pregnant, I'm here with my 4 kids. Can you please get my to-go order? I'm going to get him to bring it out." Offer him $10, $5 on Cash App. Offer whoever at the door $5 on Cash App, take it, make it curbside almost, right? Mm-hmm. How do they really know who's who, right? Nah, Antonio, that I sent somebody up there at 5 o'clock. It was supposed to be done at 4:37. It still wasn't done. My food wasn't done for another hour. Antonio told me 3 times, "Oh, it been done. So why the didn't y'all give it to Julio, who I talked into coming in here? I'm already down $15. I was so upset. Fuck you, Antonio. And if you know Antonio that works at Longhorn in Delaware, please let him know he is a bitch. And I can't wait till corporate call me back. But yeah, she's back in America. Boy, please. See, blocked. She's back in America after demanding all that money, talking about she's sick of being in the Bronx and she want this and she want that. I don't know. Respect to the lie, respect for the lie, respect of the lie. That's even cute. It's kind of funny until she get to saying I lie with it. Then it's just ugh. She said something the other day. She was recording with this guy that was Pakistani, and she finished it with Inshallah, and it just didn't make any sense. It was just, I don't like it. It just turns me off. And then it's can't even be mad at the girl because she don't know what the fuck time it is, what date it is, whether to put her panties on her head or her feet. You know what I mean? And she told Phelps that old. Watch. She gonna get a podcast and everything. She gonna be on Drink Champs, all that. Baddies. And you know what's gonna happen? She gonna bite the shit out one of them. She's gonna she's gonna hurt somebody on that show. Watch. She gonna get in fight or flight, and she gonna hurt one of them. From the Bronx, and she a little doe. You know what a behavioral health waiting room look like in the Bronx? Rikers, nigga. Rikers, except for all talking to themselves. Y'all think everything a joke. That girl has children. That girl has children. Anyway, I feel like I want to say this just so I sound like I care or whatever. They're protesting all over about Trump. The hands-off protest. Trump because they want Elon Musk to have his hands off. Right, Ebony? That's cool. I feel like we opted out and we supposed to not care. So let's just stick with that. I don't care. I don't. I feel like for you to be a person, right, and to vote for this dude, especially some of the white people and the Latin people that voted for him, it's people that's supposed to know better. They went to college, professionals. I don't feel bad for you. Y'all losing all this money. Gonna have a 1998 Kia Sportage brakes gonna be $1,800. We are that is dumb. You know everybody that's gonna be okay doing all this shit? People that break the law. All the boosters make your line bags. Okay? Go on that dark web, get you them card numbers.
It's people
put that in Mr. Shazinski name. Hey cousins, it's getting warmer by the week and you are going to want to spend more and more time outside. My trick to getting the most out of these long warm days is Factor Meals. Factor Meals makes eating well incredibly easy. They deliver fresh, ready to eat meals right to your door. No more wasting a day inside, spending hours prepping and cooking. Think about it. Instead of being stuck in the kitchen, you could be outside, cruising the streets, and the benefit of Factor Meals goes way beyond saving time. They offer a huge variety of 45 weekly menu options so you can find meals that fit your specific goals. Whether you're looking for a calorie smart, protein plus, keto, or something else, they've got you covered. Best of all, it's not just dinners. Factor powers your whole day with satisfying breakfast, on-the-go lunches, and even guilt-free snacks and desserts. They really pack in the flavor without any of the fuss. Recently, I've been exploring some new meals, and I gotta say, their steak with roasted vegetables was absolutely delicious, and it took me just 2 minutes to prepare. Definitely one of the best lunches I've had in ages. Just don't tell my kids how good I eat when they're at school. If you're looking for a way to simplify your meals and stick to your health goals, I highly recommend giving Factor a try. Eating well has never been this easy. Just heat up and enjoy. Get started at factormeals.com/DCMWG 50OFF and use code DCMWG 50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code DCMWG 50 off at factormeals.com/DCMWG 50OFF for 50% off plus free shipping. You gotta do. If you gave up crime recently, pick that back up. Get you a pound. Tie the town down. I am not playing. There's a lot of money in that ice. In that Betty. I'm sorry. What you saying? No. Yeah. Give me a chance. The floor is yours. I'm serious. It's really gonna be tight for people. Like, nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. One of my children broke 12 eggs. A whole carton of eggs broke them. I don't want to say what I wanted to do to him or how I felt about it. I had to pray about it after. You know how much a dozen eggs are? Not one of them made it. And the thing about it is, if y'all gonna charge $20 for 12 eggs, put them in some metal.
Yeah.
Because if that tin was metal, I might have got an egg or two. You know what I mean? Something bounceable, something that bounce up like a basketball. You catch it. Or you should keep the egg juice in there instead of run all out. Clean it for an hour. Can't cook shit.
Juice in there.
White people on Twitter are making the eggs into, like, hatching the eggs. So they have chickens to make them more eggs. Where are they getting the chickens from? They're getting the eggs from Trader Joe's.
When you buy eggs, Mona, you can inject them with it's this stuff you could do. You can manipulate the egg and then the chicken will grow.
That is nasty.
Yeah.
No.
That's been a thing before.
I'm too old to process like that. If you want an egg, you go get you a chicken. You don't make the chicken and then make the egg. That's too much. That is shit. Why y'all saying that like that's regular?
It is. People
ain't nobody black doing it.
They've been doing that.
No, they not. That is nasty. Why you can't just go get a chicken and get the chicken to do it? Why would you make your own chicken to do that?
Mona, let me ask you something.
It's too much on me.
Because where do you just go buy a live chicken and say, I'm about to get busy? You can't just, you feel me?
Farms.
I don't think they're giving them up right now.
Chicklets.
You know how much a chicken worth right now?
Are you serious?
Between eggs and wings?
That is so weird. You buy the eggs and then you put some in them, and then you put them in the microwave and you make a chicken.
So listen, Mona. Now you know what? In a non-sophisticated way, what you said is
basically
right. But scientifically, yeah.
Y'all hate that I make stuff so easy to retain. Everybody home that's on that same list I was talking about, that Zeus list, got that. You feel me? This is for everybody.
Nah, because all it really is
this for the therapist and the patient.
It's literally what most of the process.
This ain't a separate thing.
Most of the process is hormones and incubation. So that's why it sounds funny, but you're right.
But the incubator, you would basically call it a microwave.
I said you're right.
Bottom line, like an Easy Bake Oven. Can I tell y'all a side?
Incubator more like a slow cook.
Can I tell same thing? Because the Easy Bake Oven, it was a light bulb, Philip. You never had one. It was a light bulb.
They say Easy Bake Ovens is air fryers. That's why I don't believe that they.
Bro,
that's why it is.
My Easy Bake Ovens that came out in the early '90s, it would be a light bulb, and you would just tight it, and it would bake your cake. And I remember I got one for a gift, and I was so fat and greedy that I made the batter, and I couldn't wait for it to bake, and I ate it like liquid, and I got so sick. Well, whoever been following me for a while, this back when I was one of them big that I always had marinara on my list. I was a Stromboli eating bitch. If I wasn't eating Stromboli, I was eating a hot chip. It was always a little bit of like
slaw,
like a little residue in that black line that me and Vernon both said we had.
That's. I mean, I understand that. My aunt used to have that. You feel me?
Yeah, it's from playing outside.
It's just sweat and dirt pile up. You ain't got
we played Catch a Girl, Get a Girl. The 90s was this shit. I'm going to let it go, but... And you know what else we did in the 90s that I know that the young people did, especially y'all didn't do? We would do stuff where we would have chants. So it would be like, I can't think of it from the beginning, but...
UGLY, you ain't got no alibi? No,
babe, that's like cheerleader stuff. I'm talking about in the hood, North Philly, you just being grown, ain't no adults out here. I know one of the chants we had, it would go, no, I remember, telephone to telephone. It would be 4 of us, 5 of us, 3 of us, but we would say it, everybody know it, and the lyrics were really like raunchy. Telephone to telephone, my phone ringing, who is it? A boy, I know what he want my lips, my tits, my and my hips. I was 7 doing that. No cap. My whole squad. Like, and the telephone, telephone, my phone ringing. Who is it? A girl. I know what she wants. She want my man. Goddamn, this bitch is out of hand. She's at home screaming. Every time I say, y'all at home screaming, y'all in the comments, I'm really screaming, 35.07.
Yeah, it was only 1 or 2 over there doing that with y'all.
No boys. That wasn't a boy thing. That was a girl thing. Cause you know what else? Double Dutch was huge in the 90s. I could never jump. I was always baby doll. I'm surprised that I didn't end up killing squirrels and like turn into a serial.
Yes, cause my mom and all my could double Dutch.
Thanks, Phelps. Thanks.
They older than you.
The fact that I never could jump and I was baby doll. Let me explain baby doll. You only went every other round and they forced you to turn. And every time you jump, would do paybacks, would just smack you in the face, smack you in the arm with the rope. It was just a lot. I never got a chance. I never got a chance to really learn because I was automatically stuck in the position of baby doll. I was already big as shit, white as shit, dookie braids, couldn't get finger waves, never really got a pump, all the hot styles and stuff. It was just rough. I'm surprised I didn't end up killing like alley cats and then people.
I got a question. So in the hood, right? Never had like an official double Dutch rope. It was always like these long white thin cables. What was those?
Laundry lines.
I
don't know. That was good black trivia. Yeah, that was good black trivia. Sidebar.
Cause I only hung dry clothes at my grandma's crib like for a couple years. After that, it was over.
He went to Catholic school, y'all. They had a dryer.
I'm talking about my grandma in West Philly.
I agree. I
didn't always live in Delaware.
I'm not even thinking. First of all, babe, we had a dryer in Philadelphia. Please don't bring Wanda into the chat. Wanda, my mom bought her first house at 21. We had a washer and dryer. My mom did not around. I remember when, because my mother became a nurse in her 20s, so money came quick. We ain't had no furniture, and I would ride my bike around in the dining room and shit. Then we had furniture. I remember my mom had a custom, like, white couch from Sears, and she got floral pattern put on it. And your father came to spend the night with your mother, and he put the gun under, and I played with that all night while he slept right there on that couch. Yes.
Nah, we used laundromat in West Philly, heavy.
No, I ain't gonna lie, I never did. The only time I went to laundromat was with my cousins. My mother had a washing machine and a dryer. We did do the hanging clothes thing at a point, but my mom was always about whatever was new, like technology, you know what I mean? Because you know what was in the 90s? I don't even know how we got stuck here. You had a radio in 3 pieces, centerpiece, 2 speakers. If your mother really had a couple dollars. You know what I mean?
Now I did have one of them. My
of course you did,
with that long tower. I'm like, what is all of this for? I only know how to use one thing on here. Turn it on, play, pause. Why is it 8,000 things and knobs on this drawer? That he never...
To all my sports-loving cousins, you can now rejoice. Springtime is here and baseball is finally underway. And that means opportunities every day to run your game with PrizePicks. Now, if you're new to PrizePicks, don't worry, I got you. Creating your own lineup is easy. All you have to do is pick more or less on a few player stats and boom, you're all set for a shot at winning up to 1,000 times your money. And to make things even better, PrizePicks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick, easy deposits into your account all season long. Now, you know me, I'm Philly through and through, so I'm going more or less on Bryce Harper, RBIs every game, but I got some Baltimore allegiance too, so I go more or less on Zack, strikeouts from time to time. And pro tip for all you newbies, keep an eye out for when PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25%, giving you even more value for your lineups. Now run to the App Store, download PrizePicks today, and use code DCMWG to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. You heard me right. Download the PrizePicks app right now and use code DCMWG to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, run your game.
Play records on. Cause
I'm
CDs.
talking about the Sony joints, the short boombox joints, and the speakers was separate. When
I had one of them.
It was black, and it was. When I first joined, like literally, like I walked to the corner store, like head up high, like I'm better than all y'all bum. Like y'all gotta sit outside to hear music. I have a speaker system.
I definitely did. Now my peoples did keep with that. A boombox and speakers. I always had like. All
I ain't have no travel boombox. I just had the stereo joint. But, and I remember the first album I got, because he remembers the first movie he went to, which is crazy to me. The first album I got was I think it was Ready to Die. The first album I got. DMX was your first album? My mother bought me Ready to Die. I was so young to be hearing that. I remember, no, I had a CD. My first stuff was CDs. Yeah. And you know what else I had at the same time? Because I got it on Christmas or around Christmas, and my mom bought it for me, but it really was her. So she played it real loud. UNITY. Who you calling a bitch? And the neighbor knocked the door and was like, the baby's asleep. My mom was like, I don't give a f, and closed the door. My mom was always with that.
First piece of
I don't give a f, your baby sleep. I own this house.
First piece of music, I made my dad buy me Soul for Real Candy Rain single tape.
That's a good ass joint. That's a great song.
Because it had, remember when you
Soul
bought.
for Real, Heavy D?
Yep. So remember the tapes would have like 4 songs. It would be the radio version, the unedited. It would be an instrumental and a remix. It was 4 joints on there.
Legend have it, them still doing them same moves, singing that shit. That's a good song.
We listened to the whole tape straight through.
Yeah.
For 2 hours straight.
I remember vividly Biggie, because if I'm not mistaken, Biggie Smalls had suicide songs, right? Yeah, that freaked me out, bro. And then I remember it was a part on this song, because my favorite song was always the robbery song. I don't even remember what it's called. The one where he's doing 2 characters. But at one point he says, yes, that's one of my favorite songs. It's my favorite song on the album. That's how you know where my head was at, because I was 8. Why, Damona? But he says, because that's when, because 2 Live Crew had just started getting a parental advisory. So that was like the thing in the early 90s. They would put that on there, and it was like a big deal. But sometimes a lyric would be so, they would just take it out. And they would like, right? And he says, I don't give a if the is pregnant, give me the baby rings and the #1 mom pendant. Say he would kill the mom.
You ain't never listened to
yeah.
My dad, he had them. He had Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg first. When I've heard the skits and the Jones on there when I was young, I was like,
you know what? You know what I remember about that? That a cousin of mine, because them albums, when you would fold out the joint, they was posters.
Yeah.
And it was a dog with a fat.
Yeah,
and it was so sexual.
My dad,
I remember that.
I was as a young
we
nigga.
I listen to West Coast though. Like I listened to Tupac, but we ain't listening.
I ain't even gonna lie, Snoop Dogg.
I watched Snoop on TV, but I didn't listen to Snoop albums.
Nah, only Chronic and them joints. Like the other ones, yeah, but those to me, like even when I listen to him now, I'm like, it sound damn near East Coast because it's so like samply, you feel me? Don't get me wrong, I got the West Coast shit on there, but them skits, whew.
I don't remember the skits.
The doctor's office, John, he was in there just hitting shit. You could hear it and all that. I'm like, yo.
And that's the skits on albums used to be crazy. Remember the skit on Dragon album when he get in the argument with in a wheelchair, he push him down the hill, and he go, the wheelchairs get it too.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
You know in the Dragon album
Got the
skit,
best
you
skit?
tough for that.
Yeah, Dragon album, I know. What?
The best skits?
I could spit a Dragon verse
I
right
was,
now. Shout out to Dragon. Somebody show him this.
Cameron. I don't
Best
know. That's
skits?
hard. That's hard.
It would have to be like probably Rough Riders for me.
I would say, for me, it would be Cam probably.
Any Rough Rider affiliate, the Locks. Fuck no. And I like Big Pun, but I don't remember the album. Like I just remember the singles really, and like the viral, not viral. What was viral considered viral back then, like them freestyles. But I don't really remember all that. I don't remember. Yeah, like I faintly remember Big L, all of them. I don't really remember.
Yeah, I wasn't listening. My dad wasn't listening to that. My mom and them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mace.
Yeah, Mace was. But anything, I can't talk about it. But I really used to love Puff Daddy a lot. I can't talk about loving Puff Daddy, but I really did.
They said he might make Bill.
You know, we was in the bowling alley together, me and Puff Daddy. And we was staring at each other, but when he would look at me, I would go like this, and he would go like that. And he had no flip-flops, and he had no security. And you know the energy he gave, honestly, if I could just give my opinion, because it's a private party, but it's a bowling party, he gave that if somebody did something to him, he would have popped them. It's nothing, he's real like Harlem in LA, like he really gave that. And I always imagine him to be like so like rich and like soft. No. He was in with flip-flops and socks, and he did not look nervous at all. Yeah. Terrance Howard said on a viral interview that Puff Daddy was trying to fuck him. And he tells the story so good because, and it's like a lot of y'all don't want me to say Puff Daddy, but don't it sound more like believe it when I say Puff Daddy wanted to fuck him? You know what I mean? Out of all his names, that was probably where he was doing the most like, yeah. But it's not funny. Anybody that's been assaulted or hurt, like us too, we are with you. Hold hands in solidarity.
I just think about 50 saying when Puff tried to take him shopping.
I don't know how I feel about Puff Daddy. 50 Cent. You know how I found out Irv Gotti died? Because 50 Cent posted a video smoking him in a hookah. Yeah. We don't even talk like that. Like, we're 50. We don't even talk like that. That was so unnecessary. He is like how does he sleep? Like, he don't have no type of, like, break. It's too much.
I mean...
He make me nervous. I feel like if I like or laugh something or touch it, he'll start going on me. Who this fat podcast?
I mean, if it's that tried you in your life and you made it, he probably was like, I don't care. I'm going to carry it till forever.
Phelps, I owe a couple stuff now, and I don't say nothing. I really carry it humble. Okay?
And it's like open, like I feel like Murder Inc. made it clear they was trying to get him out of here, and he made it clear that he survived it. So it's like, you feel me?
I guess, like, it's just a lot. You know, it's just a lot. Anyway, where was I at? What was I talking about? Anyway, now? Yes. So Terrence does an interview with a popular podcast with the whites. Don't know the name. Doesn't matter. It's a popular podcast with the whites. Not us. He first of all, Terrance Howard is one of the coolest that I've ever probably seen. And he's had a couple roles that kind of gave him, like, I still see him getting the beater. You know what I mean? Like, in my mind, he really made it out of Memphis with his 3 bottom and he got him a mansion. Like, it's hard for me to separate that shit. I don't know why. But you know black people like that. That's why when we see the Melissas from Tyler Perry movies, we be like, you nasty. Like, we hold on to it. He tells the story like, and somebody asked him, that's another thing that made it seem like he was being honest, because somebody said, hey, did he ever make advantage of you? He was like, yeah. He said he wanted an acting coach. I went over there a couple times. He just staring at me, nothing happened. He said he wanted to hear my music. I go over there a couple times, play the music. He just staring at me, nothing happened. He said my assistant said he wanted to do some other stuff with you, pay you to do this. Mind you, I'm assuming he's getting paid for all these things and nothing is happening from, but it's filthy rich. And if you're trying to fuck me, that's the way to do it. Let me book me for a show and I get there and it's bucket of water, like one of them vibrating foot massagers. I'm you. Like if he paid for the whole booking, when I get there, it's like that's a fantasy of mine. That if somebody booked me for something and they pay me a lot of money, but I get there, it's like an African prince and he just wants to marry me.
You say that and you would be scared out your mind.
I would. I know. It's crazy. But still. Anyway, like we didn't have to get married right then and there, but I just would like the idea of that he just wanted my attention and he was willing to pay for my time. Like that's lit. And I feel like that's how a king would do from Africa. Because you know, they say, well, I don't know if that's Dubai or Africa, they say that they pay you to shit on them. Shit on their chest.
Dubai.
They pay. That's what they say about Natalie Nunn with that long chin. That she gets paid to get doo-doo on her.
I think they were saying Buffett the Body was doing that too.
Damn. There's a lot of ass on that bitch. Yeah, Natalie Nunn hates black people. That's probably going to ruin my chances. I wanted to host a reunion, but it's so hard not to talk about them. Give me a second. I got some shit to say about them in a second. Let me finish what I was saying before. But yeah, Terrance Howard, they ask him a question. They tell him a story. He says he goes for the acting lessons to teach Puffy. Nothing comes about. He's just being stared at. He goes to play the music. Puffy don't say nothing about the music. He's just staring at him. The assistant tries to tell him, oh, Puffy wants to do this with you this time. Terrance like, yo, what's up with this? The assistant go, I think he's trying to fuck you. Straight up. I think he's trying to fuck you, T.
Yo.
That's how I imagine talk to him. T dollars.
You know,
I think he trying to fuck you,
as a grown man, that shit feels so disrespectful. Like, that shit feel crazy. Like, you really want to violate. You feel me? Like, bro, what you think this is, bro?
He was so angry by that when that happened. You could still see the anger on him when he talks about it. Like, he was pissed. And then he goes on to say that many times in your career that you have to check producers and looking at you like you a woman. This is what I'll say. Some of the things that he said, I kind of clutch my pearls because I hate the idea of being gay isn't masculine. You know what I mean? I have met gay killers, gay scammers, gay shooters. Like, I have been around like street gays. It's just not true that just because you gay, you soft. I know men that are gay, that are super feminine, that will beat the shit out of you, like really box you up. Like, I mean, a lot of times they have to because they're picked on so much. You learn how to fight or whatever. So some of the things he said, I could see how it would make a person a little uptight. Maybe somebody was gay or whatever. But when I was looking through the comments, I didn't see a lot of offended gay men. I see a lot of gay men understanding and agreeing. Also, he's not gay. Yeah, you know? Right. So when he uses words like his man card and things like that, I don't look at it. I didn't take it. Now, I'm not gay. So why would I take it too offensively? I mean, I'm not gay, but I am empathetic to things that gay people go through. I feel like
took offense to his comments.
I've seen a couple people do like little speeches on it, but I'm saying for me, when I first watched it, I was like, ugh, because the way he described it was almost like I ain't no. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the way I took it was because I like him and I am a glass half full person. And again, I'm not gay. So of course I can look at it the best way possible because it's not talking about me and my, you know, but I took it like it was disrespectful to him because he's not gay. So that's the whole thing. You're not going to make me interact this way when I don't like it. That's how I took it. You're not about to bully me. You're not about to hang this over my head, bread, nothing. I got morals. I'm a man. It's no way. Sidebar. When Terrance Howard was like 5, him and his father and his mother and his siblings was in John Warner Makers. All my Weebox in the 80s came from John Warner Makers. It was one of my mom's favorite stores. My mom's a shopaholic, okay? Terrance Howard's father is a white man, I believe. Is a black man, I believe, and his mother is white or something, but he gets in a fight with somebody else that says some racial shit, and Terrance Howard's father stabbed to death in front of his kids and his wife. From that, I kept saying he was from Philadelphia. People argue me in the comments down. He's not from Philadelphia. Sidebar. You know what? The was in John Warner Makers at 3. I saved from Philly. What the fuck are we talking? He act like a Philly to me.
I know he went to
Come
Temple.
on, bro. We can go see him right now. He live in Roxborough. We can go to his house. We probably get shot. Clearly the type of he is.
He's playing with me, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of curious to know, like, what my gay cousins say about that, how you took it. And it's like, some of you gay be homophobic. And that shit freaks me out so bad. Like, I just don't get it. Like, the whole, you know, I don't feel comfortable even like really going far in it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's homophobia within the community, and I hate that. Y'all don't respond. Just the regular gays that's happy with being gay, you okay with it, you ain't hiding it, you out, you're there, you know, you're blessed enough to be comfortable enough with yourself to tell people you're safe, you know, those people, I want to know what you think. Not you that's gay down south that say like you gonna marry a woman in 10 years for your mother to give her grandchildren. Don't you do that to Barbara or Sheeta or none of them, because you like meat and you will always like that. I feel like we said a lot of risky stuff this episode.
I'm sitting here quiet because I ain't see his tone. But I feel like.
Did you see the whole joint?
I seen what was said. I ain't see the whole clip. But what I don't know. My thing is like I feel like he feel disrespected because it's like, pup, you on some weird. I feel like if an open gay man come at a straight man be like, yo, bro, I ain't, you feel me? And then it'll just be that. But for you to be trying to finesse me and play straight and then be trying to do some undercover, that's why I'm pissed off, because you trying to undermine me. You feel me?
He doing you like he do the bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Slow walk. Exactly. That's how to us, man. You hungry? Me? You want to come over? You want to see my lizard? Next you know it's on your knee. This shit get rough with us. I'm telling you. He will invite you for sushi and put his in the ramen.
I done told, like...
I am serious. This shit get sticky with us. That shit turning to great quick.
I done had to tell some of my homies before.
Metal draws.
And they wasn't on no funny gay shit, but they was on like some condescending shit. I had to tell them for like, yo, I'm not your bro. Like, you like watch that shit. Like, I ain't. Ooh. You feel me? It's certain tones where I know when a is talking to the other race. You feel me? As men, we understand that and like, stop playing with me, bro. We could recognize that.
You know.
It's like when you see like an animal walk up and they can like smell another animal, know the age and all that. Like, got extra sense. You feel me? Like, oh, it's a little pup.
That's what I thought he was gonna say.
Yeah, like, oh, this a little. Yeah, you feel me?
This possum is 37. This on his last leg.
It's a little young, you know what I mean?
That's funny. Yeah, but I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Watching him tell that story, I was tickled like a. I was waiting for him to say, I punched that. Because he was like, yeah, someone want to get punched in their mouth. Like the way he tell that story is like he put his hands on somebody already. Like, I really enjoyed that. I really did.
Took him back to a dark
I want to meet
place.
him. Yeah. Yo, it be people in the comments talking about him. Oh, he took me on a date a couple years ago. He was so polite. I just hear great things about Terrance Howard, except for that one summer when he pimped them girls in Memphis. But once he stopped doing that, everything was good. He been great. You know what I mean? Remember when he got his kids signed and everybody got the record deal? Oh yeah, listen, I've said this before. Do I want the job to do the reunion? Yes, but I feel like y'all gonna keep hiring Santana because he's doing so good at it. Bobby kind of helps host. Bobby's really good at it. They both look good. Santana gets it right. Santana does it the way I would have did it. I would have really watched the season and kept it real. That's how Santana do it. Sometimes Santana goes a little too far. Like when Santana don't like a certain girl, you can tell. But I have stopped watching the show since before Meatball came on. So I really don't keep up with it, don't know what's going on. I was rooting for a girl from Philly named Star to get on the show. They didn't pick her. That would have probably been the only way I would have watched it. But I watched Oxygen. On Oxygen, there was a show called Bad Girls Club. That's where I met Natalie Nunn. Natalie Nunn is ugly, hipless, assless, long ass chin, thin ass hair, bad weave. And she was nasty. Talk about dark-skinned girls with big noses, big heads, nappy hair. It was blatant with her. I run LA. I'm white. I'm light. I'm better. You know, back in the 90s, you could be a little more blatant with shit, and she was real blatant with shit. I remember when somebody finally went upside that head. I remember jumping up and down in my room. I never liked that. The fact that she has morphed into this and she's like ghetto queen and nobody gives a fuck about her past, it's just like, like, what the Not to mention, as a high yellow, it is very hard time for high yellow. I understand proximity to white. I understand, what's the other one? Privilege. I get it. I got it. But I was in jail a couple days ago, okay? My experience is a little different. And right now, it's hard for a yellow bitch. God damn, if you have an opinion. I said Lauryn Hill wasn't a legend. Y'all, some of y'all wished I died. In the 90s, it was different. We reigned supreme. It's just the truth. God forbid you had a perm. Disney star. But I ain't had no perm. And I was big as shit. My dad was in jail. And I shortly went after. Right now is a rough time for how your. If you got opinion, save it. Don't say nothing. The race war starts. They might pop at us, y'all. We got to stick together. And a lot of y'all can't fight. That rumor's true. You know what else is true about high yellow bitch? Shout out to my cream. The ones that are not punks are OD.
Yeah, it's over the top. Yeah, they the toughest.
Sometimes I have to just be quiet. I have to just sit.
I think that's
when I get a lot of money.
That's men and women.
Oh my God. Ebony said a lot of tattoos. Damn. And that Leo was gonna come out at some point. Yikes. It's not that being woke. You know what I mean? But I was raised woke. Our grandmother is a very woke person. Would you say that the way we were raised, there would be 3 very high yellow women sitting around the table talking 100 miles a minute about stuff that we really can't even comprehend. Politics, big words, smart as shit, master degrees. These have licenses. One of our aunts is a chemist. Her mother's a therapist. She owns her own practice. My mother's been an LPN for 30 years. These are smart. We sit around them and it's like watching CNN. Like you could catch it. You know what I mean? Like these are smart women. And we never came from the whole we cute, we yellow thing. We never experienced that. So when you hear it, you know what I mean? It's like we never really had it like that. Like my grandmother would say explicitly, you too red not to know your history in this country. That shit don't mean nothing. That's how I was raised. Remember my grandmother had a diagram of a slave ship, and I thought it was ants. I thought it was like logs and ants, but it really was how they piled slaves up in the ship. And I remember her telling me that and me sobbing. If you had to on each other. If you had to throw up, you threw up each other. If you had a baby, you had the baby on and I'm like 6, like, we went through that. Like, you know what I mean? But that's how I was raised. So it's like, for me, the way people, like, while light-skinned girls are kind of like perceived is like, but sometimes rumors be true. Our foreheads are bigger. We have stashes. Some of them can't fight. And the ones that can't act like, it's crazy. I met a chef. Shout out to my new homie, Kareem. She's a chef from Brooklyn. This bitch was selling crack at 7. She told me 18 times the first day I met her. And I had to think about it. You know how many times I say, I used to sell crack at a crack. I had a saying when I first came out. I used to sell crack on 11 to 7. I would say that. Like, what the fuck? Sometimes when you get them slaps in the face and you look at yourself, it's deep, man. I want to say some funny about you, but I'm going to wait till after.
About me?
Yes, I'm going to say it off camera. I'm scared.
Why? Because I'm going to say something back?
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Me and Phelps recently had a fight. We had a fight. I'm not going to tell him too much about the fight. I'm not even going to ask you. I'm just going to tell him. We had a fight, but you know how I know we've grown? Because by the end of it, we kissed. It was amazing. And you know where I fucked him up at? I did something corny. Like, principle-wise, I'm right. But what I did was whack. Yeah. So Phelps kept saying, like, well, you can't do that. That's corny, right? Basically what I did was I acted like I was okay with something I wasn't, and I was really still upset about it. So my first chance, I jumped on his ass. And he was like, yo, like, what the fuck? We talked about that. And I was like, you right. It him up so bad, he caught himself on his spit. Because when people argue, they expect you to just go against what they're saying. I'm like, no, you're right. That's corny. But I'm still mad. Let's fight. You feel me? Friends going to have fights. Yeah, that's that. I'm gonna get out of here because I got stuff to film. Oh, let's do the voicemail. Do the one you picked. Oh my God. What is it about?
It started out good too, so I don't know.
What the is it about again? What is it?
Somebody with a name in jail. Part 35.
Yo, sidebar. We haven't watched a documentary together in a while. We are going to do that. Zack and Ebonie is going to help with that. We're going to get all that cleared up. I'm going to make time on my schedule. Phelps is going to watch all the documentaries. But until then, please watch Love After Lockup with Julius, Ashley, and the dark-skinned girl. I think her name is Alexis. What? Ashley is light-skinned. She's referred to as a catfish. Every single picture, every single scene she's in on the show, she looks like a different person. The girl he ends up staying with, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell y'all that or not, but they're on TikTok already. I think her name is Alexis, but the guy is definitely named Julius. Please watch it. Please, so we can talk about it. Because it is mind-blowing. We can talk about it next week. Can y'all remember?
Your phone louder than mine, so I marked up notification did it.
Can y'all remember that? So I can tell them that next week. What did you do, Phelps?
So you could play the voicemail. Your phone will be louder than mine.
If I don't like this, I'm stopping it midway because I'm thirsty.
Hi, Mona. It's Nikki from Queens.
I don't like that. I'm not feeling it. Let's.
Hi, Mona. It's Nikki from Queens. I have a question. So, my little Yaya got himself locked up, right? He in there till July. And he keeps asking me to send him pictures. And I like regular pictures, you know, he want like lingerie and nudes and shit. And he's like, oh, just go print it out and send it to me. And I'm like,
a really good one.
Ain't that illegal? Like, can I just go to CVS and just print out my titty pictures? And just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how this works. Like, I've never been in jail. You know, like, I don't.
Let me stop you there. First of all, can you take pictures of your nipples, your clitoris, your bean, your hole, your butthole? No. You can take pictures of yourself like scantily clad, depending on the prison, and it's different from state prison to federal prison. But what I need every in this room, that's listening to these airwaves, the listeners and the watchers, the people that do the both, right? If you have a social media and you've posted sexy pictures, your pictures are already up there. Surprise, okay? Call home and say, bro, I need some material for the spank bank. Yeah. And take screenshots of everybody. You don't have to have a public profile. That follow you, take that little picture you put in your close friends, you turn that little thing around and tooted that ass up, it's upstate. It's going to be there for years, babe. I was in the feds in 2008 or 9. I talked to a guy. I've told this story 10 times. I don't give a fuck. It sounds unbelievable, but it's the truth. I talked to a boy named Maurice. Maurice got into a standoff with the cops on 15th and Erie on my Aunt Emma block. They said that he was an informant. It got real sticky. I used to talk to him in the toilet, okay? I used to talk to him in the toilet. When I talked to him in the toilet, I found out he was talking to the bitch from D.C. Me and her got into a shoving match. And my boss at the time, because I was the picture girl in the feds, didn't write me up because I would have went to the hole because I shoved. We ain't get into a shoving match. I shoved her. Okay? But she deserved it. Her name was Nicole. If you listen to this, fuck you. Nicole from D.C. with them gold finger waves. Fuck you, bitch. She's still up. We was both talking to the same boy on different lines because we're talking in the toilet. We found out we instantly had friction. But I sent pictures up there. I was so mad. I got a job in laundry, got the fuck up them steps, and threatened to get through the glass. I want my pictures. I want my pictures. It was that big of a deal. And I got them back. I want y'all to know that. And that was me in a blazer because this is 07, 08 shit. We wore blazers and polka dots and so Kates, flats. Y'all dress like sluts. Your pictures are up there. So if your dad up there doing 30, he's seen you up there doing that. He's seen you. Your father seen you. And your uncles. Your picture's already up there. So now you wanting to send this boy pictures and he get out in July is stupid. Don't send him nothing. He come home in July. He don't got no time. Tell a man to if he want to see you, to call you on FaceTime. He don't have a tablet? What are you, a bum? On FaceTime, you can show that bean if you move quick enough. You can get nasty on that FaceTime. Pull that dildo out. DM me for directions. I'm going to go. We're going to start manifesting soon. You know what? Can I say one more thing? I was so irked that after I cussed y'all the fuck out that y'all was being so nice. Like, I was looking for y'all to, like, argue back and we could have kept it up for, like, at least a week or two. But it proves that a lot of y'all soft, so just stop talking to Big Mama like that. Because I'm going to remember you at that live podcast and it's gonna be something. My cousins talk to me like they talk to me. They all took it back because they were dragging Phelps. They was all like, "Oh my God, you know what? Phelps is cool." One bitch said, "I'm tired of him in them Versace glasses, that little mother." How you go from that to like, you know what? Phelps sorry with me. Like, what the f? Can I tell him when we first discussed you making an apology, what you sent me?
You could tell him.
He sent me that video of Diddy in like Tahiti with the no haircut. I ain't even play it. I just cried. Tears.
I was fucked up.
I was fucked up. I fucked up. Man, that was fucked up.
I hit rock bottom.
I was on rock. No, Cassie hit rock bottom, and she testifying. She testifying. Good for her. That shit. But yeah, I see y'all next time. Love you so much. Bye-bye.